Good evening. Welcome to the 2020 8th grade ceremony. Tonight's presentation is special, not only because this is a special class and a special occasion. It is also special because this year we are not able to hold the ceremony in the ASIJ Theatre with all of us together. We are together in spirit, however, and as an ASIJ community, we come together as one to celebrate the grade 8 class.
Before we begin, we would like to invite all of you, no matter where you are in the world, whether you are watching on a tablet, a phone, a computer, or via a smart TV, to stand for the American and Japanese national anthems sung by Eleanor Greer.
君が代は千代にやちよにすざれ石stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red there, that home bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Eleanor. We invite our audience to now be seated. On behalf of the class of 2024, we would like to thank you for joining us for this special occasion. I am Ellie Stoker.
And I am Anna Armstrong. We have the honor of being the ceremony leaders tonight. We have many cultures represented in the 8th grade class. We will now have a special greeting from representatives of many of these cultures.
Oi, how's it going, everyone? Congratulations and thanks for an amazing year.
Servus, herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Abschluss der Mittelschule.
Hello and congratulations.
你好，恭喜你们8年级毕业。
Terve kaikki ja onneksi olkoon.
Bonjour et félicitations.
Yasas kisinharitiries joulus.
Swagatam Abhinandan.
Giadiv agus Kagarjus Galer Harja.
Konnichiwa, omedetou gozaimasu.
Hola y felicidades.
Kia ora, paite mahi.
Hallo og gratulerer med avslutning av middelskole.
Hola y parabéns.
Baie dankie en baie geluk aan die graad 8.
안녕하세요. 졸업을 축하드립니다.
Hej och grattis, lycka till i framtiden. Och förresten, släng det i väggen.
Bonjour et félicitations à tous.
你好，恭喜毕业。
Merhaba, tebrik ederim.
Hello, and congratulations.
Thank you to all of the country representatives. I would like to welcome to the podium our middle school principal, who has a few words to share. Please give a warm welcome to Miss Pip Curtis.
Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to address you tonight as we celebrate our Grade 8 class, the graduating class of 2024. I think we can all agree that 2020 has been an interesting year. Sure, there have been other interesting years in the history of civilization. The Spanish flu, world wars, the sinking of the Titanic. In fact, one could argue that no one year is like the one before it. Perhaps that is what makes ASIJ's mission particularly meaningful. Knowing that we are not preparing our young people for certainty and sameness, that we can't know exactly what the future holds for them. We are preparing inquisitive learners and independent thinkers inspired to be their best selves. We are very proud of who these Grade 8 students are as people. They are wonderful examples of what we are preparing our students to be. This Grade 8 class models the Mustang spirit. Our middle school faculty celebrates all that this class has to offer and all they have the potential to become. This class is particularly special to me. In my third year at ASIJ, this is the first class I have seen all the way through middle school. And I feel a bit cheated that we didn't get to have them in the building for the whole school year. And I don't feel quite ready to pass them over to Dr. Herzenberg. I can imagine how our Grade 8 parents might feel about the transition to high school, particularly in these unusual circumstances. That said, this class is well prepared for the challenges ahead. I have an enormous feeling of hope as I reflect on the class of 2024. While the world sometimes appears to be falling to pieces, this class has it together. When we see a lack of empathy in the media, this class shows kindness. With these kids in the world, how can things be as dark as they sometimes appear? Surely with the humour, the inventiveness, the friendship and the sheer sass that this class has, the world is not just going to be okay, indeed it will be an amazing place. It has become my tradition to share the words of Mother Teresa at the Grade 8 ceremony. Perhaps even more than in years past, she describes the challenges ahead for these young people and describes how they might endure. Grade 8 students, you will find that people are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, unkind motives. Be kind anyway. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest anyway. What you spend years building, someone can destroy overnight. Build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. You may give the world your best, and it may never be enough, but give the world your best anyway. On that note, it is my pleasure to introduce the first of our 3 student speakers. They have been selected by the middle school faculty to speak on behalf of the 8th grade. Please welcome our first speaker, Ren Topping.
In 30 years' time, when we've all settled into our adult lives, maybe got married or had kids, what are you going to tell them about 8th grade? Will you tell them that you spent 3.5 months learning quadratics over a Google Meet, how you were holed up in your house for so long that you watched the same TV show 10 times over? Maybe you'll tell them that you spent all of your free time dancing to the same 10-second song snippet. See, I don't think this is a story that they would want to hear. And even though this story may be our lasting memory of 8th grade, I want you to think back to the 6 months of normal 8th grade that we had, no matter how far in the past it may seem. Remember that at the beginning of this year, when we went to Lake Sai, we bonded with old and new friends over teamwork activities and solo efforts. We overcame walls, literally, and in the sense that we overcame awkwardness and became closer. Some of the experiences may have been new at Lakeside, but I think I speak for most when I say it was really fun. We also had many successful seasons of after-school activity, even if the last one was cut off. Whether it be on center stage, center field, or in the middle of a court, or even in the classroom, we worked hard for hundreds of hours at our passions, and I think the results speak for themselves. In the classroom, 8th grade was a journey of going above and beyond to show that we are ready for what's ahead in high school. We did plenty of DBQs and reading analysis sheets. We've done so many algebra problems that we need to solve one more just to figure out how many. And we struggled through sentences of foreign and advanced language. We did this because as 8th graders, we are role models and leaders of the middle school. And we wanted to show this. These are just a few of some of the great memories that we have of our normal 8th grade experience. And there are many other memories that we have, and I'm sure there are some great memories even in distance learning. And I don't want you to forget any of those. But I want you to think what was consistent throughout all those memories. I'll tell you right now, it is the people. Our amazing teachers who guided us through roadblocks and challenges made our 8th grade experience as special as possible. Vice principal, principal, and all the other administrators who kept this school running even in a global pandemic. Staff members such as bus drivers, security guards, nurses, cafeteria workers, and janitors who kept our ASIJ experience easy and seamless. Coaches and parents who brought us teachings and leadership in sports and in life. Of course, I cannot forget to mention the people we call friends. These are the people we trust the most, the people who will comfort us in the darkest of times, can make us laugh on any occasion. They are the ones that make us feel alive. They bring the best out of us. And I think being so far away from them for so long has made me realize just how important that they are. So, even if 8th grade didn't go quite as planned, and you may have thought that you'd been in the auditorium right now, celebrating your middle school experience, I want you to remember that at ASIJ, we are quite privileged, no matter what coronavirus has taken away from us. So I ask you a question. What will you remember?
Thank you, Ren. It is my pleasure to introduce the grades 7 and 8 Strings Ensemble and their performance of Viva la Vida.
Thank you, Miss Sue and the grade 7 and 8 strings ensemble for that fantastic performance. We now welcome our second student speaker, Zane Gladson.
Here we go. I found my voice. I clearly remember my first day of middle school. How nervous I was. How clueless I was. And how unbelievably high-pitched my voice was. I mean, we've all been there. A point where we call our grandparents and they think we're our sister. No, that's just me. Okay. We've all been there. That feeling of thinking what we have to say is not important, or just plain stupid, or the fear of being made fun of, or not saying something because we don't think it's worth the time. At the start of middle school, I admit, I felt like no one really acknowledged me. Like I was invisible. Like my voice didn't really matter. But what I figured out after time is that the more I used my voice, the more I started to matter. My ideas actually meant something, and using my voice could make a difference. My voice expresses who I am. And over time, I realized that everyone has a voice. It's just a matter of having the courage to use it. And throughout middle school at ASIJ, it's our teachers, our coaches, our counselors, our mentors, our friends, and most importantly, our families, who have built us up, given us the opportunity and the confidence to find our voices. To the teachers, the people who go out of their way, who pick the kids in the back, who try to inspire you to speak up, we thank you. You not only gave us the confidence to speak up, you also taught us to express our voices through art, music, drama, public speaking, or sport. Whether you joyously scream after making the final shot, or express yourself through the stroke of a brush, you have taught us to find our voice. Through these last few months of a time of unprecedented challenges, you have taken the time and effort to really listen and encourage us so our voices and feelings are not left alone. We thank you. To our classmates, who always try to include everyone, who lift each other up through the bad days and encourage each other through the good days, who tell us that everything's going to work out, who stay back to help each other when someone doesn't understand the question, who encourage us to go that extra mile when we have no energy left in practice, who are always there when we need them, I thank you. And to the parents, who give us the opportunity to go to ASIJ, who have encouraged us and who accept who we are, we love you. To find our voice, the first step is to accept who you are. This was the toughest part of my journey in middle school. I never knew who I needed to be, or if I should please others or please myself. Heck, I'm still trying to figure it out. But if I could go back in time to my 11-year-old self, I just want to scream over and over again in his ears, "You're weird. You are so weird." And I love it. I love being weird, being different. That's what makes your voice so unbelievably special. As we move into high school, you must realize that we are all special, weird, unique, amazing. So show it. This is what high school is for. This is where you become who you are. If in middle school we have found our voices, let's all promise each other that in high school we'll use it. Thank you.
Thank you, Zane. Our final student speaker this evening is Senna Chang. Let's welcome her.
Good evening. It is a great honor to be delivering this speech. Growing up in a Japanese and Korean household, there are two lessons I have learned through the years. The first one being that you can never underestimate the power that a pea-sized amount of wasabi holds. And secondly, and perhaps most importantly, the value of hard work and effort. First learned through the way that my fingers would glide across a piano after practice, and now through the tangy taste of success that every achieving grade brings. This value has been etched into my identity for as long as I can remember. Effort has meant to me the key to open all doors of success, the one solution to all my problems. And so it was, until headaches would accompany me to school and my eyes got heavier during lectures. I lived by this standard my entire life, running as fast as I could, chasing down the road to success, until I was hopelessly lost. This addictive urge to work harder, to achieve more, and to reach new heights seems strikingly relevant today, especially in a society that glorifies this struggle. You fill your schedule up with sports, clubs, tutoring, and then flaunt how dark the circles are beneath your eyes, or how deprived you are of sleep, because, after all, isn't that success? Hasn't exhaustion been the one currency with which we measure the value of our work in school? Now, many of us would shake our heads. Yet this is success as defined by society. Progress, they say, is made with speed, which leads to success. Forward is then the only way to go, with no limits to how far or how fast you can reach your final destination. Fueled by this mindset, we are constantly looking ahead and never behind. Pause, take a breath, and you'll fall behind. Slow down, and you are doomed. We believe that we should be able to work this fast, and if we can't, well, there must be something inherently wrong with us, right? And this is exactly how we, as individuals, as a school, and as a society, are stuck in this toxic mindset that has no rational basis. So, to my fellow graduates, and especially myself, take time to stop running this marathon called life and catch your breath. Or maybe you still haven't moved an inch past the starting line. Either way, with our futures hanging over our heads, and the pressure to transform ourselves into something greater than ever, stop for a moment and cherish the present. Because after all, when will we ever get to carelessly run down the halls of middle school again, or stay up all night binging shows on Netflix? We so often focus on what's to come after, forgetting to enjoy what stands before us. And before us stands a day of celebration. Before us stands a million different opportunities. Before us stands 4 more years of hard work. Before us stands life. Let's go live it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ren, Zane, and Senna.
There are some very important people whom we'd like to thank and recognize. Our parents. Our parents are the unsung heroes of middle school. Parenting a middle schooler can't be easy. Parents have to guide us as we grow up, develop attitudes, and experiment with all sorts of things, like the dress code, social media, and even trying to cut our own hair by ourselves. Our parents have done so much for us, volunteering, baking, helping with homework, and working long hours to provide for our education and life experiences. Our parents have shown patience, enthusiasm, and support, encouraging us to try new musical instruments, cheering us on at sporting events, even in freezing weather, and listening to our stories about school every night. Most importantly, our parents have shown love, unconditional love and support as we've grown into the people that we are today.
We would also like to give a big thanks to the administrators, faculty, and staff of the middle school. For the past 3 years, all of them have supported us so we can be the best learners we can be. The faculty has sacrificed very much, Especially with coronavirus and distance learning, they have given their time and effort for our learning. The staff has kept our school grounds clean and safe so we can go to a wonderful learning environment every single day. Our principal and associate principal care for each of us and that we are living in the best school environment possible, and we couldn't be more thankful for what they have done. So, from all of the 8th graders, we would like to say that we appreciate all of you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Omoide team and Ms. Confer. It's amazing to see how much we've grown. We'd also like to thank Mr. Neal, who assembled this incredible promotion ceremony video, giving hours of his time to film speakers, design creative ways to showcase our school, and work with students to ensure that we looked good. We'd also like to thank Mr. Dirksey and ASIJ TV for helping with the technical aspect of this video and its recording. It is due to the hard work of these two ASIJ Mustangs that this celebration has been possible.
I would now like to introduce Dr. Harden, ASIJ's head of school, who will say a few words.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us to celebrate the accomplishments of our soon-to-be freshman class. 4 years from now, students will be getting ready to graduate from high school, the class of 2024. I hope under very different conditions, where we're all together in person, not meeting virtually as we are tonight. I'd like to thank our middle school faculty, Ms. Curtis and Ms. Nickel. Thank you for all that you've done to prepare these students for this achievement. Most importantly, congratulations to our students. Tonight marks a special moment in your lives, even if it doesn't feel as climactic because we're not meeting together in person. Tonight will be eventually surpassed by other more important events and milestones, but for now, enjoy this moment. A few days ago, I was having an exit interview with one of our seniors who is about to graduate from ASIJ and getting ready to start, we hope, college in the fall. My goal with these interviews is to find out more about ASIJ from a student's perspective, what we've done well as what we need to improve. I asked the senior what advice he would have for his freshman self if he could go back in time to 2016 and have that conversation. His answer was 2 words: trust yourself. He explained that the decisions he most regretted over the course of high school were the moments when he didn't have the courage to stand alone and not follow a crowd. So my advice to you this evening is the same: trust yourself. Congratulations, class of 2024. You've accomplished a lot, but a new journey is about to begin, and you're going to do great. Thank you.
Please welcome our Associate Principal, Miss Nickel, who would also like to share a message with us.
Good evening, everyone. Every year, one of my favorite parts of the Grade 8 celebration is the preparation and getting to listen to all of the Grade 8 student speeches that have been submitted. Great job to everyone who submitted a speech. We've heard 3 incredibly moving ones this evening, and they represent the wisdom and creativity and optimism of the rest. I think the reason I enjoy it so much is because it's a glimpse into the 13-year-old experience, which holds all of the potential in the world. Us old fuddy-duddies, and the type of people who use the term fuddy-duddy, are envious of you 8th graders as you move into 9th grade, envious of all the life that you still have to live, the milestones, the moments, the choices that you'll have to make on the paths that you take in your life. The choices will set you on one path or another, which I imagine to you now feel a little overwhelming, but also so exciting. I have 2 things to say to that. First, don't worry. Next year, it's just grade 9. You've got some time until you have to make those really big choices. But also, sorry to say, that the excitement and the nerves that you feel as you move into this next stage of high school will stay with you as you mark each milestone along the way. I wish I could tell you that it gets easier, or at least a little less scary, but that's actually not true from my experience. It hasn't. So where's the good news? Well, the good news is that you change, and you get to match the challenges that life will hand you. Think back to yourself as a 6th grader, just a few years ago. Note the ways that you have grown, you've gotten smarter, you've become a better human, a kinder friend, hopefully a little nicer to your family, and you've probably gotten faster, stronger, and you're able to handle stress better than you did when you were in 6th grade. but you've been given a massive extra test this year, and life has thrown you roadblocks and asked you to step up and take control of your life in a way that you hadn't needed to before. If you even think back to who you were in October, I would imagine that you'd feel like a different person. While I wouldn't wish this COVID-19 experience on any of you, I know it's made you each stronger, more resilient, and even better prepared for the twists that life will throw you. And so I'm so glad to join you this evening in a celebration of each and every one of you, and how far you've come and how much you've grown. The people you are now are pretty incredible, and I am honored to be part of this moment for you, to celebrate who you are at this moment in time while looking back to where you've come from and forward to all of the potential that you hold as the class of 2024 moving into high school. And now we will be presenting our virtual certificates. As is tradition at the ASIJ Middle School, we do not present them just alphabetically, but we present them by advisory. The advisory group has been the heart of the middle school experience for each 8th grader. These groups of 10 or 11 students with their advisor have grown together, supported each other, had fun together, and really developed a sense of family within the larger middle school. And so as we read their names together, we'll recognize the advisor and then each of the students within the advisory. The first advisory is Mr. Blodgetts. Nolan Cushing. Alan Izawa. Sophia Middlestead. Kai Morales. Now Ohashi. Tatum Sanders. Julia Shikuma. Benjamin Silver. Hiroya Sobajima. Hayden Thomas. Savvy Turkey. Now we will go on to Mark Burpee's advisory. In Mr. Burpee's advisory, we have Anna Armstrong, Kylie Barquet, Bryce Hartz, Kent Kampa, Haewon Kwan, Luca Ricky, Gabriel Shikuma, Ellie Stoker, Kian Takazawa, Jimena Valdez Macotela, Moritz Wagner, next we will do Miss Claudio's advisory. In Miss Claudio's advisory, we have Eleanor Greer, Caitlin Gumagay, Toby Halloran, Ray Ida, Otto Kodagoja Breton, Matthew Law Smith, Lily Matsueda, Ian Matsunaga, Kazuyuki Morita, Grace Tanasangchuku, Axel von Rees, and next is Miss Comfer's advisory. In Miss Comfer's advisory, we have Risa Bernier, Ryan Chong, Boston Fitzpatrick, Aaron McConnell, Ray Nagai, Bianca Rapp, Liliana Rodriguez, Egan Shinneman, Olivia Stewart, Choran Sun, Griffin Talomi, and now we will move on to Mr. Jacobson's advisory. In Mr. Jacobson's advisory, we have Louis Avande, Jonah Conrad, Liam Emery, Noah Grass, Skylar Hendricks, Tutu Nyang, Ayane Ogino, Abigail Rich, Madoka Sho, Yu Yokokawa, and next we will move on to Miss Kerb's advisory. In Miss Kerb's advisory, we have Amandine Bergeon, Caffrey Eaton, Aska Emery, Hiroyasu Kaji, Johannes Thomas LaRue, Sonia Nichols. Toshihiro Odaira. Ai Okura. Sehyun Park. Olivia Sorukos. Lauren Schechter.
I will now read the names of the students in Miss Ludgren Williams Advisory Group. Sid Abelson. Senna Chang. Noah Che. Brenna James. Chloe McCormick. Sachika Nagaoka. Corbin Pettigrew. Romrudi Pislapong. Shreya Thota. Ren Topping. Amelie Louise Webster. I will now read the names of Mrs. Nakamura's advisory. Shia Firth. Dylan Harris. Miho Ishida. Kai King. Yuna Komurasaki. Saki Karamoto. Shuhei Matsutoya. Oren Saltzer. Dragon Thatcher. Ava Verstig. Francis Grayson West. I will now read the names of Mr. Raggio's advisory. Emmy Bailey. Kian Benner. Tiger Butcher. Isabella Coombs. Alvin Fink. Zane Gladstone. Anna Ito, Grant Jenkins, Erica Kasuga, Marlene Kruger, Sia Yu, I will now read the names of Miss Recate's advisory. Aidan Carrion, Jake Chon, Zachary Diffenbach, Nadir Elidas, Sarah Kumar, Emma Liu, Keegan McCormick, Louisa Schlaghecker, Kian Syme, Gorka Shrivastava, Beste Tikin, I will now read the names of Mr. Spencer's advisory. Andreas Alstrom, Ray Hirano, Issei Jacobson, Aina Matsumoto, Colin McCormick, Liam Molinar, Sarah Nakadate, Margaret Powell, Nadia Kazi, Mutsuki Tanabe, Irina Jang, I will now read the names of Mr. Vren's advisory. Aya Burpee, Patrick Cushing, Lucas Gonzalez Lopez, Nas Irwin, Maya Landon, Grace Moses, Maya Murakami Moses, Tariq Kazi,
Sofia Valdez Macotella, Jaden Vergen,
This concludes the reading of the names in the Grade 8 class. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honour to present to you the American School in Japan class of 2024.
This concludes our promotion ceremony. We would like to thank everyone for watching and supporting us tonight on this special occasion.
Thank you.